deposit. And that's what prompted me to put this short video together. Talk to any of you out there that are having challenges pulling your home deposit together for Australia. Now, I get it. The property market may seem pretty expensive, and many people go, oh my God, I'll never get into the property market. Well, I want to show you just a simple plan that will help you build a deposit for yourself. And I'm going to say somewhere around about, if we have a look at it, around about $350,000 in 5 years or less. Now, hopefully that's going to be a good enough deposit for you. But here's what I want to speak to, okay? And that is the reason why a lot of people are having challenges getting their deposit together. Now, before I say too much about my plan and what I want to talk about, I just want to give you a little bit of a background on me so you can work out whether you should listen to me or not. Okay, don't blame me if you don't want to listen to me, but I have had more than my fair share of success, so it's important that you just know the background of the people that are sharing educational advice with you. So I've personally bought and developed 11 properties worth well over $11.5 million. Built 5 multi-million-dollar companies in different industries. Helped my clients generate tens upon tens of millions of dollars, because since 2006 I've been a very successful business consultant, working with clients all over the world. And now I'm just helping people in real estate, which I'm enjoying a lot. And I believe that property is one of the best ways to generate wealth and not stuff it up. What do I mean by that? Well, whatever you're doing to make money, I want you to understand that it's generating cash flow for you. Whether you're a business consultant, whether you're an electrician, which I used to be, whether you're a refrigeration mechanic, which I used to be. It doesn't matter what you're doing to make money. You want to make your money work harder than you do. And that's what I want to show you here, because perhaps nobody's ever shown you this before, so that you can execute a simple plan and build that deposit and then use it to live the life that you want to live. So, with that being said, hopefully I've earned your attention and you reckon it's worthwhile listening to me. Now, I did write a fantastic book about business success, and I lead an incredible life. So I've done okay. I'm not a financial advisor. I want to stress this. I'm only sharing educational advice with you. Always seek expert financial advice before making a decision. I do have a caveat. Make sure the person you are listening to is at least 5 times more successful than you are. Because here's the thing. As you can tell by my lack of hair, I've been around for a few years. And a few things I have learned is, number one, free advice is usually the most expensive advice. Number two is that there are a lot of people out there that have letters after their name, but they're not in the game. They'll happily say, oh, do this, do that, play with numbers. They've never been on the field. They've never grabbed the ball and run with it. I've been in the trenches for many years. I've got a multi-million-dollar property portfolio, and so I know the highs and lows you can have in property. So when you're taking advice from an expert, make sure they've got a track record, make sure that they're wealthy and they've done it through property, so that you can be confident of their advice. I've got a very, very simple rule. Whenever you're seeking advice from anybody, make sure they're at least 5 times more successful than you in that particular area. Okay, that's about all I've got to say on that. So, here's the reason I believe many people are finding it hard to generate a deposit for their home. And that is because we live in the world of instant gratification. I mean, I'm going to get you to take a test in a second, but you think about it. Think of the world that we live in. Okay, even if you want to get a date these days, so many people don't even want to wait. They just do this thing, and I've never even seen what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. I've been happily married since the year 2000. But you know what I'm talking about. These guys talk about this Tinder thing, and you go left or right or whatever you guys do. Instant success. Well, I don't know if life's meant to be like that. I think things that are worthwhile you want to work towards. So, here's... if you hear that noise, that's my daughter in her souped up car right now. Driving me crazy. But anyway, I hope she's safe. So, what am I talking about? Instant gratification. Well, take this test. It's human nature, okay? For yourself personally, when you want to get something, do you want something if it's cheaper or more expensive? You want to buy something cheaper. Do you want it sooner or later? Well, you probably want it sooner. And do you prefer the known or the unknown? So about 90% of you are going to say, I want it cheaper, I want it sooner, and I want to know what's going to happen. Okay? The other small percentage are in the other side of the spectrum, and I don't have time to go into that now. But we're very predictable. You see, most people want to actually know exactly what's going to happen and are scared of stepping into the unknown. Well, I just want you to suspend disbelief for a moment and see what I'm about to show you, because I'm going to show you how it's very likely you could have a $350,000 deposit for your home if you're just willing to wait 5 years and follow a simple plan, okay? So, check this out. 350K, pretty decent. Here's the plan. Have at least $35,000 together. You do need a bit of a stake to make this happen, okay? So, you get your 35,000 Australian. Perhaps find a friend or significant other if you don't earn a lot of money, because there's always a way to do things. Instead of saying, oh, you know, here's the reality that I find far too often, oh, I can't do that. Well, how about you start saying to yourself, how can I do that? You know, that's the words that I live by. How can I, rather than I can't. So, find a friend if you need a bit of help with making payments, okay? Then, find a property that yields around about a 15% return. And I know a lot of you are thinking, where do I find that? Well, don't worry, I will show you. Find something that's small, so maybe only costs $100,000. Then save $370 a week each, you and your friend, for 18 months. Yes, it's doable. How bad do you want this dream home? Okay, so here's again, I'll take you back in time. Let me take you back and tell you a story, ladies and gentlemen. A story of me at 19 when I bought my first house, and I put my girlfriend in the garage, and yes, she paid rent. I put my brother in a caravan, and yes, he paid rent. I put 3 friends into 3 other bedrooms. Guess what? They paid rent. And one of them even did the cooking and cleaning for me. So that is how you can say, how can I, rather than I can't, because I was not making very much money. I was only an apprentice, you know. So that is just one example of making things happen. And that's why I say to you, look, okay, ideally, yes, you might want to do it solo. But if you don't have the cash flow to do it solo, think outside the box. Phone a friend. Get mum. Get dad. Find a significant other. Okay? Whatever it is, how bad do you want it? If you want it bad enough, then it is possible for you. So, $370 a week for 18 months. It's not that bad, okay? And then after 18 months, you can reduce that payment down to, say, $225 a week. Now, again, I'm giving you broad picture here. Don't go all analytical on me saying, oh, well, I did this number and that number. Roundabouts, this is how this is going to work out. And then you're going to use this magical thing, I call it the 9th wonder of the world, called compound interest. Now, I've got a little calculator here, I believe. Oh, might be on this one. Compound interest, here we go. So let's just say we've got that 35,000 put in. Okay, that's your deposit. Monthly contribution 3,200. That's what that would work out to if you worked it out on a monthly basis. Those figures. Let's say you do this for 5 years. Trust me, from someone that's got not much hair left, 5 years is not that long, ladies and gentlemen. Estimated interest rate, we'll say 15%. Don't worry about this variance range. And let's just say it gets compounded quarterly. So we calculate that. What are the results? Oh my God, $351,000 in 5 years. Okay, so can you see how this is doable, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, that's what I want you to understand is, yes, will it take hard work? Absolutely. But anything worthwhile in life, you need to work towards. Can you do it sooner? You absolutely can. And in fact, I'm going to show you something now, a property. Yes, I do have a vested interest, but only because I believe it will help you a lot. I'm going to show you an apartment that I believe is going to generate around about 15% per annum. Now, that's extraordinary. I believe in it. By the way, I bought one myself, so I am a believer. And I'll show it to you now because they do exist, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring this up again. Check this out. Okay, so this is an incredible resort being built in Naboo in Thailand, Bang Sarai Beach to be precise, Jomtien. And what it is, Thailand is so excited about this because there's huge tourism building up in Thailand. In fact, they believe they're going to have 80 million tourists in Thailand by 2027. They've already had 35 million come to Thailand this year. Okay, that's how full on it is. So they're building this resort right now. You can get one of these apartments fully managed by Wyndham Hotels. So they're the largest hotel chain in the world, if you did not know. So they're going to be running this little money-making vending machine, as I like to think of them. And based on over 9,000 hotels they have around the world, the projections are between 9% and 18% yield that you're going to be getting on your apartment, depending on the occupancy rate, okay? So let me just sum this up for you again, all right? That is, if you're wanting to save for a deposit. Now, by the way, there's only 2 of 3 of these apartments left. So, but what I want to do is show you that you can use a stepping stone, use the power of compound interest, and actually achieve the outcome that you're looking for without too much pain. Okay, and trust me, you motivated characters out there, you can probably do that in a lot less time than what I've mapped out for you. But having $350,000, 5 years, pretty darn good, rather than blowing it all down at the local, I was about to say disco, don't judge me, but nightclub. Can show you how out of touch I am these days. I'm really jiggy with it. But you can get one of these apartments, okay, for around about $100,000. You can maybe phone a friend, or even 2 if you need to. You can start doing without a few little things over the next couple of years, and then within 5 years, you've now got a really strong foundation for your financial future. And trust me, in this day and age, the government ain't gonna look after you as you think they will, okay? So I urge all you sharp cookies out there to check out, there's a link down below, investinthailand.com.au. If you think this could be a plan for you, check it out. There's a webinar there, and they lay out the whole investment side for Naboo. I'm just telling you about a way you might be able to save your deposit, but they're just talking about the investment itself. But you could use it as a stepping stone. They give you 18 months interest free to pay off the apartment. And when it's paid off, you've got that money-making machine generating income for you all the time. Chances are that you'll hold on to that baby and use it as a way for you to keep building your property portfolio. Either way, I hope you learned something today. Make sure your money's working harder for you than you do. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye out for those great positive geared investments. They are out there and they don't have to be in Australia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, till next time, I'll see you soon.